Hello everyone, welcome to Scented ASMR. Today I'm going to share with you my top 10 favorite fragrances. I've been working on this list for a while. It wasn't easy for me to do, but I finally narrowed it down to 10 fragrances, and I'm going to start with this one here. And this one is from Van Cleef & Arpels, and it's called Orchid Eveny. There's the bottle. There's a charm on it. You can see the dark juice. The juice has been darkening over time because of the vanilla in it. And so Orchid Eveny was launched in 2009. And the perfumer is Rhonda Hamimi. The notes are vanilla, dark chocolate, vanilla orchid, tonka bean, bitter almond, mandarin orange, violet, white musk, lychee, cedar, and rose. And this is a very cozy vanilla fragrance. Vanilla is the main note in here, but you also get a lot of that mandarin orange and the chocolate as well. The chocolate, to me, it doesn't smell like a bitter chocolate, even though it's a dark chocolate note in here. It smells more of like a dusting of like cocoa powder. And this fragrance is very powdery. To my nose, it's a very powdery vanilla, which I like because I like powdery fragrances. And that's probably coming from that almond in here. You can also definitely smell the almond. And you can smell the vanilla orchid as well, which gives it a little bit of a floral touch. And to me, this smells it's very nostalgic smelling, and that's probably why I find it a very cozy and comforting fragrance, and I enjoy it so much. Yeah, I wear this one quite a lot. The only problem with it is the performance. It lasts okay. I'd say I get about 4 or 5 hours out of it, but it stays very, very close to the skin. It's very soft. But that's okay because I really love it. I'll just respray it. Yeah, definitely a really, really well done vanilla fragrance. And so that's Orchid Eveny, and it's from Van Cleef & Arpels. And so this next one that I have here, this one is actually my all-time favorite fragrance. And it's from Penhaligon's, and it's called Changing Constants. And Haugens has really nice presentation, nice artwork on their box. And on the back here, it says, "Sister to Lady Blanche, Constance is what one would call a very modern woman." A pretty box. You can see the tobacco here. This fragrance has tobacco in it. And so this is considered an amber vanilla fragrance, and it was released in 2018. The top notes are cardamom, pimento. Mid notes are caramel and salt. And the base notes are vanilla, cashmere, and tobacco. And this is it's a spicy caramel and vanilla fragrance with some very soft tobacco in it. The cardamom and the pimento in here, they give it its warm spiciness, and the vanilla and the caramel give it a lot of sweetness, but not too sweet. I think that these spices help temper the sweetness in here. And there's also that salt note that I think helps to temper the sweetness as well. And the tobacco that's in here, it's a soft tobacco, and I think it keeps the fragrance from going too gourmand. This fragrance is gourmand, but it's not a foodie gourmand. It doesn't smell too much like food. The tobacco is also, it's not a masculine tobacco. Because I know often, at least to my nose, tobacco can smell very masculine. But in here, it's soft, and it's blended in really nicely. It doesn't overwhelm the other notes. And then it has that cashmere in here, which gives the fragrance some silkiness. And yeah, I think this is just a very feminine and elegant and sophisticated gourmand fragrance. It's very soft, and the only problem is it doesn't have very good performance. It only lasts about maybe 4 hours on my skin, and it's very soft. It doesn't project much at all. But actually, I don't mind it being soft, because I don't think I'd want this fragrance to be too strong, because it might offend others around me, I feel like. So I like that it's soft. But it would be nice if it lasted a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'll just reapply it, because I love it so much. I don't mind. I'll reapply. And so that's Changing Constance, and it's from Penhaligon's. And this next one that I have here, this one is from Killian, and it's called Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And this one is considered an amber floral fragrance. and it was released in 2021. And the perfumer is Gabriella Chalaroux. Top notes are pink pepper, saffron, bergamot, and royal lily. The mid notes are Bulgarian rose, May rose, vanilla orchid, and magnolia. And the base notes are amber, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. And this is as the name suggests, it's a very sweet and spicy rose fragrance. It's spicy from that saffron and the pink pepper, and it really helps balance out the sweetness that's in here. And those notes also give it a bit of a Middle Eastern vibe to it. But I think this was kind of made to be a westernized spicy rose, so that it's more mass appealing. I think it's mass appealing, but at the same time, I do think it's unique. I get a lot of powderiness in here in the dry down, at least on my skin, and I like powdery fragrances, so I really enjoy that. You get some of the warm amber and the sandalwood, a little bit of musk, and the patchouli. I don't really pick up any patchouli in here. It must just be blended in really well. Mostly to me it's just a sweet, spicy rose. Really nicely done. Very feminine. And I always feel very confident when I wear this. I think it's the combination of the sweetness and the spiciness that I think it makes it feminine, and also has a little bit of edge to it. I also think that this, for me, I would wear any occasion and in any weather. So this is actually a fragrance, probably my most worn fragrance. I reach for it quite a lot. Could be a signature for me for sure. And so that's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, and it's from Killian. And so this next one that I have here, this is from Lancome, and it's called Oud Bouquet. And I've got two on this list from the Maison Lancome line. And there's a bottle. Maison Lancome, they put gold plates on their bottles. And so Oud Bouquet, it's considered an amber woody fragrance, and it was launched in 2016. The perfumer is Fabrice Pellegrin, and the notes are oud, praline, rose, vanilla, gaiac wood, and cocoa balm. And this is a gourmand rose oud and vanilla scent. It's very, very sweet and very strong. The oud that's in here, it's definitely something that's very present. You can smell it, but it's a nice, easy to wear oud, I think, in my opinion. And the praline that's in here, it smells really yummy. It's syrupy and sweet and kind of smells caramelized. And the vanilla is also very sweet and it's creamy. And paired with the syrupy praline, that's why this fragrance smells gourmand. The rose is also very present, but I think that the rose kind of takes a backseat to the other notes. You can smell it, but I smell more of the vanilla and the oud and the praline. And like I said, this fragrance is very strong and it's very rich and deep. And I really, really enjoy it. I'm not sure, it's probably not, I mean, a lot of people like it, but I don't know that it's a mass appealing fragrance. But I love it. And it's a unisex fragrance that I think leans a little bit feminine because of its sweetness. And so that's Oud Bouquet, and it's from Lancome. And this one here is my second Lancome fragrance in this video, and this one is called Parfait Du Roses. Once again, it has a shiny gold plates on it. This one has a rose on the side. And so Parfait Du Roses it was released in 2017 and it's considered a floral fragrance. And the perfumer is Natalie Larson. The top notes are pink pepper, aldehydes. The mid notes are rose, grass rose, and liqueur. And the base notes are vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, orris, and olibanum. And this is a sweet jammy rose. It's a jammy rose and vanilla fragrance. And what's unique about it is that the jamminess, usually a jammy rose is mixed with some kind of fruit to make it jammy, but this one doesn't have any fruit in it. I think that the jamminess in here is coming from that liqueur note. And so it makes it jammy and also a little bit boozy. And then you have that vanilla in here that's very sweet and creamy. And you also have the aldehydes in here, which do give the fragrance some brightness. But they're not soapy or sharp at all. As aldehydes can be soapy and sharp, but they're not in here. It just gives a little brightness to the fragrance. And then you also get the pink pepper in here, which gives it some spiciness. And there's also like an airy powderiness that's in here, probably from the Auras. And it's really enjoyable. I really like it. So it's got the sweet jammy rose and vanilla, and then it has the airy powderiness, which I really like. I think this is a beautiful, unique rose fragrance. Unfortunately, it's very hard to find now because it's been discontinued for a while. Also, this has excellent performance. It lasts all day on me. And I only need a couple of sprays, luckily. So I won't run out of my bottle anytime soon. And so that's Parfait Du Roses, and it's from Lancôme. And so this next one that I have here, this one is from Navitus. And it's called Chocolate Queen. And here's the deep chocolate colored bottle. And so, Chocolate Queen. This was Navitus collaboration with the YouTube perfume reviewer Gabby Loves Perfumes. And it was launched in 2022. And the perfumer is Bertrand Dachaufour. The top notes are dark chocolate, hazelnut, dulce de leche. Mid notes are chocolate fudge, Bailey's Irish cream, caramel, and bitter almond. And the base notes are praline, sandalwood, amberwood, and vanilla absolute. And as the notes and the name suggest, this is a very decadent chocolate fragrance. It's, I can basically smell all the notes in here. You definitely get the dark chocolate and the chocolate fudge. You get the dulce de leche and the caramel, and you get the nuttiness from the praline and the bitter almond, and the hazelnut. And I pick up a lot of the sandalwood that's in here, and I think that's nice, and it keeps the fragrance from being too foodie gourmand. This one doesn't smell too foodie. It does smell like a perfume. It also has a booziness to it from that Bailey's Irish cream. And I pick up something a little bit spicy in here. I'm not sure. Well, there's no spicy notes, so I don't know where that's coming from. But I suspect it might be the Bailey's Irish cream that's my nose is kind of interpreting as spicy. I don't know. But there's definitely no spicy notes in here. But yeah, like I said, I think that the sweetness in here it's perfectly balanced. It never becomes too much or cloying or sickly sweet. It's just really, really nice, enjoyable scent bubble that you get from this. And it has good performance. It lasts a long time and it projects. And yeah, I just really, really love this fragrance. So that's why I have it in my top 10. And so that's Chocolate Queen, and it's from Navitus. And so this next one that I have here is by Killian, and it's called Rolling in Love. And I actually have 2 Killians on this list. I have the pretty red Killian bottle. Has the scrolling on the side. And so Rolling in Love is considered an amber floral fragrance, and it was launched in 2019. The perfumer is Pascal Goran. And the top notes are almond milk and ambrette. Mid notes are iris and freesia. And the base notes are tuberose, vanilla, tonka bean, and musk. And this is an almondy vanilla floral fragrance. I basically get all the notes that are listed, but the most prominent to my nose are the almond milk and the tuberose. The iris is pretty prominent too, and it's kind of a powdery, lipsticky iris. So this fragrance, it does have a lipsticky vibe to it. And the vanilla in here, that's very creamy and warm. And I can also smell the freesia and the ambrette. It smells kind of fuzzy. It's like a fuzzy, musky note. And I would consider this a floral gourmand fragrance. It's it's floral, but it leans gourmand. You can really smell that almond milk. And I just think it's a really pretty, unique, and well-blended fragrance. Also smells very high quality, like most Killian. And the performance isn't great on this. It wears very close to the skin and has about moderate longevity. But when I love something, I don't care too much about performance as long as I can smell it. And so that's Rolling in Love, and it's by Killian. And this next one that I have here by Killian, this is Love Don't Be Shy, and this is the extreme version. And there's a beautiful bottle. There's a orangey pink juice in it. I'm scrolling on the side here. so Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. It was launched in 2021, and the perfumer is Khalees Becker, and it's considered an amber vanilla fragrance. The top notes are neroli and bergamot. The mid notes are orange blossom, Bulgarian rose, and the base notes are marshmallow, vanilla, musk, and pomegranate. And this is similar to the original Love Don't Be Shy, which is a sweet marshmallowy orange blossom fragrance. But this one has the added rose to it. And while I do smell the rose in here, I think that the orange blossom is the more prominent floral note. And I also get a lot of the neroli and some creamy vanilla. And the marshmallow is very fluffy, and this fragrance is very powdery. This one is much more powdery than the original. At least to my nose it is. It's not as syrupy sweet as the original one, although this is very sweet. It's just not so dense and syrupy. This one's like a little lighter and fluffier and powdery. And I really love sweet orange blossom, neroli, and vanilla fragrances. There's a lot of them. They're pretty popular, and I own a lot of them, and I love them. But this one is my favorite in that scent profile. It's really pretty. I really enjoy this one. It's very feminine, signature scent worthy for me. And so that's Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, and it's from Killian. And this next one that I have here, this one is from Amouage, and it's called Guidance. And you have the beautiful bottle. It's really nice, like peachy pink color. Very pretty. Amouage has nice bottles. And so Guidance, it's considered a floral fruity fragrance, and it was released in 2023. And the perfumer is Quentin Biche. The top notes are pear, hazelnut, and olibanum. And the mid notes are osmanthus, rose, saffron, and jasmine sambac. The base notes are sandalwood, vanilla, akigala wood, ambergris, and labdanum. And this is it's a fruity, woody fragrance that I think is kind of a little difficult to describe because it's so unique. The opening of it smells like a sweet and spicy poached pear with lots of woodiness. I get a lot of woodiness in here. And as it dries down, I start to get a really creamy, fruity vanilla smell. And in the dry down, I feel like the fruitiness comes more from the osmanthus, because osmanthus can smell like apricots, and that's kind of more of what I'm picking up. I feel like the pear softens, and I can smell more of the osmanthus, and it blends really nicely with the vanilla. It becomes very, very creamy to my nose. I do also get a lot of the rose that's in here, and it's a velvety rose. And I do pick up the Akigala wood, which to me smells like it's kind of a spicy, woody note. And I really enjoy it. I like Akigala wood. And this is just such a pretty fragrance. It has very, very good performance. It's very strong. It lasts all day. And I tend to get compliments when I wear it. So yeah, I really, really love and enjoy this one a lot. And so that's Guidance, and it's from Amouage. And so this last one that I have here, this one is from Byron, and it's called Mola Mola. And this is the original Mola Mola. And there's 2 other versions. And I love those as well, but this one is my favorite. And so Mola Mola is considered an amber spicy fragrance, and it was launched in 2018. The top notes are caramel, peach, strawberry, and raspberry. The mid notes are ginger, pink pepper, and labdanum. And the base notes are vanilla, musk, oud, and patchouli. And this is a sweet, fruity caramel fragrance. The fruits that I pick up the most in here, well, the most prominent one is definitely the peach. I do also smell a bit of strawberry, but the peach is really the most prominent fruit to me. And the caramel is very, very prominent, and it's sweet and it's syrupy. And I feel like the fragrance kind of has a smooth texture to it. I think from the oud, I definitely can smell oud in here, but it's very smooth and soft, and I think it just kind of adds some roundness and some depth to the fragrance to keep it from being like too much of a light, transparent, fruity fragrance. I really like the way it's blended with the other notes. I think actually all of Byron's fragrances are really well blended and high quality gourmand fragrances. And so yeah, this is just kind of like some fruits with caramel drizzled on them and some nice smooth oud in it. It's definitely unisex. maybe leaning a little bit feminine because it's sweet and fruity. And it has really good performance. It lasts a very long time, and you only need a few sprays of it. People can smell it. I often get complimented on this fragrance. Yeah, I just love this one. I think it works in most weather too. But probably not. Well, I have worn it in the high heat, and it's a bit strong for that. It's okay, but it's a bit strong. I kind of prefer it in like the spring and in the fall, when it's not too hot and not too cold. It's kind of my favorite time to wear it. And so that's Mola Mola, and it's from Byron. And that's my last fragrance on the list. And I hope you enjoyed watching my top 10 favorite fragrances. I'm sure the list will evolve over time. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Take care.